Hello, guys. Welcome to another session. So, in this session, we are going to discuss a deeply concerning issue that has unfolded between Pakistan and Afghanistan. Recently, Pakistan conducted heavy airstrikes on Afghanistan, targeting, Paktika province, which led to tragic loss of 15 innocent lives, including women and children. So, these events have sparked outrage and, in fact, highlight the urgent need for international accountability. So, in this lecture, we will examine the incident, its implications for regional stability, and the underlying geopolitical dynamics which is at play. So, let's talk about the incident. Let's try to understand what happened. On the fateful day, Pakistan's Air Force carried out a bombing operation in Paktika province of Afghanistan. And according to reports, no militants were targeted in this attack. Instead, 15 civilians lost their lives, leaving behind a trail of sorrow and despair. So this is not the first time Pakistan has conducted such airstrikes in Afghan territory, but the lack of global condemnation raises serious questions about the value placed on Afghan lives by the international community. Now, if you make a comparison with Israel, imagine if Israel had carried out similar attack. The international outrage would have been deafening, right? Any attack on civilians, irrespective of the country, is condemnable. But the muted response to Pakistan's action highlights a glaring double standard. So the silence around Afghan civilian casualties perpetuates the notion that their lives are less significant, which is both unjust and troubling and concerning. Now, what is Pakistan's justification and strategy? Pakistan claimed that these airstrikes are a response to militant group in Afghanistan that allegedly targeted, Chinese nationals and, destabilized Pakistan. But these actions appear to be more of, an eyewash for China's benefit rather than genuine counterterrorism efforts. So the bombing of civilians does little, to address the militancy and instead, exacerbates tensions in any already, any kind of situation. This is already volatile region, right? So it will only escalate the tension again. So it is, you are targeting the civilians, which is not at all accepted. If there was at least one militant who were targeted in this, then okay, this argument is accepted. But this is not the case, and no way it is justifiable. What is Afghanistan reaction and the escalation risk here? So you see, in response, the Taliban have issued stern warning to Pakistan, signaling their intent to retaliate. Afghanistan's history of resilience in war suggests that this conflict can escalate. So Pakistan's repeated provocations are pushing the region towards greater instability. Moreover, if you see Afghanistan's increasing confidence, partly bolstered by India's recent diplomatic engagements with the Taliban, that could significantly alter the regional dynamics. Now, what is India's role, and what could be the regional implications? India recently made a strategic move by engaging directly with the Taliban's defense minister, making a pivotal shift in its foreign policy. If India chooses to support Afghanistan in safeguarding its sovereignty, the balance of power in the region could change dramatically. Pakistan's actions aimed at showcasing strength could backfire, which can lead to heightened isolation and further destabilization of its foreign relations. Now, the impact on Pakistan's international image. So, Pakistan's decision to bomb, the civilians, in fact, undermine its credibility on the global stage. So, these actions will destabilize the region and, risk alienating the key allies. For instance, Pakistan is scheduled to host the ICC Champions Trophy soon. So if groups in Afghanistan decide to target this event, and it could lead to catastrophic consequences, which will tarnish Pakistan's reputations further. So, see, Pakistan's current foreign policy appears increasingly reckless. On one hand, if you see, it continues to strain its relation with the US and Israel. On the other side, it alienates its neighboring countries like Afghanistan. So, this approach not only isolates Pakistan diplomatically, but also jeopardizes its internal security as well. And the fallout from these actions will likely create long term repercussions for the region. So, see, this recent airstrike is not just a local issue, but it's a global one, underscoring the need for international intervention and accountability at this point of time is very crucial. The world cannot afford to overlook such blatant violations of sovereignty, and human rights. So, moving forward, regional stability will depend on responsible actions from Pakistan and robust support for Afghanistan. So, the question remains, will the international community finally act, or will it continue to ignore the plight of innocent Afghans? So that's about this session. Thank you so much for watching. What are your thoughts? You can comment below. If in case you are looking for civil services coaching or mentorship, you can get in touch with us. So see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much.